Research is important because if you do not do proper research, you will find something that is not the truth. Just being a biology major and going through science, you have to do proper research to be able to find a solution or some type of idea. So most of the time in science, you have an idea or you might find an idea. And because of that, you have to do research. You have to do research about hypertension on rats, on different type of animals. Then you have to go to a panel of different people who have doctor's degrees in this field and present your case. Now, we have this social media type research where I can look on Google, I can look on YouTube, I look at a meme, and that's really not research because you have not found a scholarly source. So research is important because if you do not do proper research, then you will find a false truth, and it's really not a truth. And what I love about the conference is that now when you come to the conference, there are so many different resources there, and that the speakers tell us in their sermons to be able to do scholarly research.
Research is important in pursuit of finding the truth because there's so many outlets out there that are putting out information and you really don't know if it is accurate. So it's okay to listen to some of those, but then you have to do the due diligence yourself and go beyond that step. So making sure that you look at the Bible, that's like your first resource, and then having reputable websites and books and authors, and then people in your circle. So then that way, when you hear things, you know that is the truth.
Research is important in the pursuit of finding truth. First and foremost, I believe that anytime you are looking and searching for answers, I think that you have to have a source. And I think that doing research gives you the ability to find and pinpoint a source of your information. A lot of times, the things that we hear and we believe are all opinionated, and they have no true source to them. So I think that in doing proper research, it does leads you and it pinpoints you to a proper source.
Research is important in the pursuit of finding the truth because the only other option is hearsay or your own personal opinion. And so whenever we're seeking to get information about something, the most trustworthy way to get information is by doing faithful research. Those of us who have done any sort of research paper from high school to college, whatever, if you go to Wikipedia, you're probably gonna get a bad grade. And so it's really important to get high quality research from people who are experts in whatever field. And when it comes to Christianity, I hear people having lots of commentary about the Bible, what's there and what's not there, without ever having investigated it personally. And I think that's a really irresponsible way to approach any topic and any subject. When you have firsthand information in your reach and accessible to you, the most faithful thing for you to do is to explore that and engage with that before you give any opinions about it, before you give any feedback about it. And in that way, you're able to engage intelligently and carefully and thoughtfully, and you can come out with some good information that you can share with someone.
Research is very important because last year, Dr. Jerome Gay Jr. threw out a term that I really didn't know about, pseudo-scholarship, right? So pseudo-scholarship is basically fake research. And I believe that a lot of that's going on. If you ask anybody why they believe what they believe, as far as a believer, they may give you a hereditary faith, right? That means that faith has been passed down from generation to generation, and they can't give you nothing foundational. And for the non-believer, it can be through social media, it can be through YouTube, it can be through word of mouth. Also, it can be through generations of falsehood. So I believe pseudo-scholarship is a big word, but it means so much because it says that I really don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just going to give you what I think I know. So research is very important, especially to the body of Christ.
Research is important in finding the pursuit of truth because without research, you're just simply stating an opinion. Nowadays, everyone wants facts. If you don't have facts to back up what you're saying, it's pretty much an opinion, and who can argue with the fact?
I believe that everything is definitely beneficial from attending the conference, especially if it's something that you're not aware of something that you've never really heard about. It's more important to have some type of knowledge and a good idea of what is going on in the world, of our community, and being conscious with the biblically speaking, the Africanism that we kind of talked about last year, and the Bible in general. It's important to have the knowledge of all of those things, so you're not misguided. And like I said, it's beneficial to go so that you have some type of idea. If you don't know, or if you don't have any idea, then it's easy to be misguided and misled.
Research is extremely important. It's actually paramount, because you don't want to sound crazy when you're trying to help somebody, when you're trying to lead someone. You want to make sure you're giving them facts. You want to make sure you're giving them evidence on the things that you know for certain. So nobody wants to lead anybody astray. So you definitely need to do your research.